distinguished industry leaders, esteemed participants, and all the most exceptional CIOs, CTOs, and the technology leaders who are here with their successful ideas and stories of transformative enterprise. I wish them all the success in life and congratulations to all of you who are awarded and rewarded today. Let them set and break records in performance and achievements, because each success will contribute to making India an economic and knowledge superpower. A special thanks to Economic Times for organizing such events and providing platform to aspirants and entrepreneurs and empowering them to dream big in life. Today what we need is foster transforming ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, today is very special moment as most of the movers and makers of India's trade, commerce and industry are present here. And I take this opportunity to exchange our ideas on how to maximize opportunities for the inclusive growth of our nation. I believe this program will have an important takeaways for Indian economy and policy formation. Ideas are like rabbits. One idea gives birth to another. An idea multiply like rabbits. Start with few and learn to nurture them, and soon you will have plenty. The current startup ecosystem in India perfectly illustrates how ideas can multiply and scale into success. Indian business communities are a prime example of transforming ideas into thriving business opportunities. Your stories of struggle and innovation are not just discussed in business administration classes, but have also become modern folklore, inspiring millions of enterprises. So today I wish and request, कुछ तुम कहो, कुछ हम कहें, कुछ नया सोचें, कुछ नया करें. I am saying it because of the reason since India is in the mission mode, and name of the mission is Viksit Bharat at 2047. Viksit Bharat is neither a term nor a slogan, nor political metaphor. It is a concrete plan to rebuild the nation. It is a vast landscape, a picture in the making, where everyone from corporate to common man contributes their ideas and add colors to the vision. Viksit Bharat is a shared legacy and a common dream that each of us aspires to achieve. The innovators here, your code, your algorithms and your breakthrough are the brush strokes painting Viksit Bharat. The vision is clear, so is the mission. To make India a true global powerhouse, not just economically and knowledge point of view, but also socially and spiritually. Viksit Bharat is not just about material advancement of nation, it is about mental advancement also. Viksit Bharat also means decolonizing minds and triggering a series of reforms so that we as a nation become self-reliant. The coming 2 decades are the Amrit Kal, the most opportune moment for India. Amrit Kal means yahi samay hai, sahi samay hai. It is the time when you wish, you act and you achieve. Any decision that we have taken or going to take today will impact next 100 or 500 years. In a nation's history, there comes a moment when its people think, rise and act together to drive complete transformation and redefine the future. For India, this is the second time such a moment has arrived, and this is what precisely called Amrit Kal. The first time it was 1857 when the nation rose collectively against the British imperialism. The impact was seen in 1947. And throughout those 100 years, all from small to big, from a common man, farmers, from a writer to a businessman, all fought together for a common goal to secure independence for the nation. To me, Indian business community has always been a class apart. Whether it was Jamnalal Bajaj ji, Ghanshyam Das Birla ji, Dorabji Tata ji, they were less businessmen and more freedom fighters at heart. And so the story of India's freedom struggle is incomplete without acknowledging the contribution of the business community and the sacrifices the business houses made at that time as well. You may probably be wondering why I am making or talking about the pre-independence era. I am just reminding the audiences that our means your crucial role helped India achieve and gain independence. In 1947, we gained independence. In 2024, we are winning technological sovereignty. And in 2047, we will fulfill the dream of India, a truly developed nation, a Viksit Bharat. आप 1947 के स्वतंत्र भारत के स्वप्न के प्रमुख किरदार भी रहे, आपकी इंडस्ट्री के लोग, और अब 2047 में जब हम भारत को विकसित भारत देखना चाहते हैं तो संकल्प को सिद्धि तक ले जाने के लिए भी आप मुख्य किरदार निभाएंगे, ऐसी मेरी मानना है. Well, I accept the challenges are before us. There are deep states and certain ideologies spreading anti-business mindsets and desperate trying to stop our collective efforts and strides. When rest of the nation talks about concepts and creativity, they are indulged in conspiracies and negative criticism. But the challenges are not so big. People have rejected them as fringe elements and mere noises, because New India never entertained such kind of mindsets. Can this enlightened gathering tell me what is the most engaging story of India of this decade? मेरा देश बदल रहा है, आगे बढ़ रहा है. Over the past decade, we have transitioned from being the sleeping giant to become the fastest growing major economy in the world. Since 2014, India under the able leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has leapt into the league of from fragile 5 to the top 5 economies of the world. Story doesn't end here, because we are on the way to become the third largest economy by 2028. In the last decade was known for, last decade means 2004 to 2014, the UPA era was known, that decade was known for doom of economy, and this decade under Prime Minister Modi is known as boom of economy. We have successfully transitioned from lost decade to decade or decade of gain, and from corruption to construction, from disempowerment to empowerment, and policy paralysis to policy formation. As a nation, we have successfully launched initiatives and achieved financial inclusion, empowering the marginalized section of the society. Dear friends, to my mind, 5 has remained a great mental barrier in Indian politics, polity and policy formation. We tend not to think beyond 5. 5 means Congress ka panja nahi. Let me explain how. We think and plan the nation's development in terms of 5 years. However, most of the time, these 5-year term plans lacked a coherent continuum. This is probably because the ruling party is unsure whether it will remain in power after 5 years. That means our vision, our mission and our dreams have an expiry date. Can you imagine a nation where vision, mission and dreams have such a co-terminus status, truly developing? But Modi ji has broken this mental barrier. I remember just those days when he took oath, and after taking the responsibility, he said that as a nation, we must think beyond 2029, 2024, 2029, then 2034. He was talking about the 5-year election span. And our roadmap is not limited to just the 5 years, but it is for the next 25 years and beyond that. We think and plan in the terms of 2047, and India should be a developed nation in every sense. If you go by Panch Pran, 5 pledge what Prime Minister Modi spoke on 15th August 2022, it contains the seeds of Viksit Bharat. Today, from economy to governance to policy, everything is properly aligned with or under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. Today we have, which nobody imagined about 10 years back, India was nowhere on the startup map. Today we have registered 1.5 lakh startups in the country, and India has become the 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world, and thanks to you guys. If Indian economy is the rocket, startups are its fuel. Together these startups are giving employment to close to 1.8 million people. I was told more than 50,000 startups are from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. They are unsung entrepreneurial heroes, scripting India's great equalization and proving that innovation thrives not only in Bengaluru and Mumbai, but also in places like Dharamshala and Dibrugarh. In a decade time, number of unicorns have reached to 117. Now we are thinking in the terms of decacorns. Our youth are becoming from employees to employers, from job seekers to job givers. Dear friends, Indian youth are not chasing the nation's IT and the AI goals. They are constantly upskilling and reskilling and advancing themselves to become the global workforce of tomorrow. It is a well-established fact that if the West has made remarkable advancement in the field of IT and AI, it is largely due to the brilliant minds from the East. And the East means Bharat, India. We are reinventing and restructuring our capabilities in STEM because we want our youth to work for the nation. Let me give an example of how determination combined with our clear vision can bring about the change. Digital India, when it was launched way back in July 2015 with an expressed motives to transform India into digitally empowered society and knowledge economy, many has raised the question mark on the Digital India and the UPI beam. They were making fun of it, but today globally, India is the number 1 as far as the digital payments are concerned. 46% of the digital payment made globally are made in India. From a common man, from a rickshaw wala to a tea seller, they are making the use of this unified payment interface. More than 500 million Indians have embraced digital payments through UPI Bheem, a system so revolutionary that the world now seeks to replicate it. I quote a report from the ET, Economic Times, published on January 27 this year, and I quote, UPI dominates digital payments, sees explosive growth over 5 years, I unquote. The unified payment interface has become the dominant force in India's digital payment landscape, accounting for 83% of the total payment volume by the end of 2024. This is the opening line of your report. Now, when India's UPI goes live in France, or when Aadhaar-inspired digital ID transforms Africa's governance, we are not just exporting technology, we are exporting trust. Is there anyone here present in this august house who still doesn't use UPI? Anyone? An answer is a big no. You still don't find बाबा आदम के ज़माने के लोग, or better say कांग्रेस के ज़माने के लोग, who have not adopted to new technology. When we launched UPI, a former finance minister made a fun out of it, joke out of it. They were happy to talk about the China's growth story, but they were very reluctant to get the vaccine dose administered which was Make in India or use the UPI interface? Well, privately, the leader of opposition might be using the UPI interface but publicly not acknowledging it. Those who criticized it yesterday are using it today. A majority of the population was excluded from the banking services and the banking system was it in shambles, crumbling under the weight of bad loans, NPA. At that time it was phone banking, you phone and you get the loan. But the common man didn't have even the bank account. If you look at the Jam Trinity, how it has helped. With the Jan Dhan accounts, more than 54.8 crore bank accounts were opened. Out of 12 banks, 11 were under the PCA framework. Today, 12 out of 12 are earning profit, with SBI earning profit to the tune of 65,000 crore rupees annually. That is the transformation in the last few years. And Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and Mobile Trinity has changed the lives of people. Among the countless initiatives and achievements of the Narendra Modi government stands out, not just for the nation but for the entire world. Let me quote two. First, the financial inclusion of socio-economically deprived society. Second, the ending an era of digital divide of India. I ask all of you, what is the primary requirement of an IT revolution? If your answer is IT parks and good infrastructure, I must politely disagree with you. A financially and digitally empowered society are a must, and India has all the things. So ladies and gentlemen, today we are in a position to tell the world, when chips are down, you can bet on India. Today we have moved in the era of silicon diplomacy. Come what may, India is determined to become semiconductor powerhouse of the world. Again, we have a 20+ year roadmap to play a big role in driving a global semiconductor industry. A program for development of semiconductor and display manufacturing ecosystem in India with an outlay of close to 76,000 crore rupees. Today the construction of 4 semiconductor units is underway, which will bring investment worth rupees 1.5 lakh crore rupees. The cumulative capacity of this unit is going to be about 7 crore chips per day. Just dream when a day the Indian made chips will be used across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, exciting news ahead. India AI mission is on full swing. We are rapidly building infrastructure. Entrepreneurs, achievers and aspirants are coming with their proposals. In a short span, we have got more than 67 proposals to build India-specific AI foundational models. What changed in the last 10 years? And what are we going to change in the next 25 years? I'll tell you the ABCDEF of India's transformational journey. Gone are the days when A stood for apple, B for bat and C for cat. Now A stands for artificial intelligence, B for business, C for commerce, D for development, E for empowerment and F for future, and G stands for global leadership of India. Under the able leadership of Prime Minister Modi, India has emerged as the voice of Global South, bridging divides through the platforms like G20, International Solar Alliance, Global Biofuel Alliance and so many. India has turned impossibility into inevitability. From the success of Chandrayaan mission, lunar triumph to the green hydrogen mission, we have shown that no summit is too high. Today we could see a chai wala son in Indore codes an AI tool, while a farmer's daughter in Nasik builds a drone to optimize crop fields. I urge you all to trust your abilities, have faith in your government, which stands ready with the necessary support to give wings to your dreams and maximize your potential. Nation celebrates your success and salutes your initiatives. Every success of your contributes to the vision of Viksit Bharat. So my dear friends, as you leave this room tonight, ask yourself, can we build $1 trillion digital economy by 2030? Can India become the AI capital of the global south, solving issues like hunger, healthcare and climate? Can our startups pivot from unicorns to decacorns with valuation crossing $100 billion? My answer is yes. I don't know what is your answer. Let's pledge to build a India. Let's pledge to an India where technology does not just disrupt, it delivers. Where growth isn't measured in GDP alone, but in grassroots impact. Always remember the great line of late Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, हार नहीं मानूंगा, रार नहीं ठानूंगा, काल के कपाल पर लिखता हूँ, मिटाता हूँ, गीत नया गाता हूँ. Thank you very much for the patient listening and understanding. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so very much, sir, for those very encouraging words and the pledge. I think when you said yes, all of us echo that thought. So just for that, once again, for giving us that strength, that confidence and that encouragement, a round of applause for him yet again. To honor you and present you with a token of our appreciation, may I please have the pleasure of welcoming Mr. Akansh Gupta, Mr. Manu Singhal and Mr. Samitra Shukla. Round of applause as our three wonderful leaders from ET join us right here on stage and present you with a plaque of honor and a sapling as we look forward to your growth journey and for you to touch hearts and lives as you always do. A round of applause once again as we thank sir for not just accepting our invitation but for guiding us all through and through and for those wonderful words. So we really do appreciate your presence here. I would also like to share with all the winners as we congratulate you. We look forward to having you on stage for a group photograph. So remember to carry your trophies up next.